Hey guys, welcome to Gadgets 360, and today we'll be taking a first look at the brand new Xiaomi Mi 10T Pro 5G. Now, Xiaomi recently launched two new models, the Mi 10T and the Mi 10T Pro, which is the one I have here, as part of the Mi 10 series. So the Mi 10 5G still continues to be the highest premium model being sold in India, and then you have the Mi 10T and the Mi 10T Pro 5G models, which slot slightly below it. Now, the highlight feature of these phones, both these models in fact, is a 144Hz refresh rate display. So let's take a look at what you get. Hi, I'm Royden and you're watching Gadgets 360, and this is our first look at the Mi 10T Pro 5G. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that bell icon so you're the first to know whenever we have a new video. Firstly, let's quickly take a look at the design of the phone. Now, the one I have with me here is called Cosmic Black, and as you can see, it is highly glossy all around. So we have a nice sturdy metal frame. We have this glass back, which is actually gone in Gorilla Glass 5, and you also get Gorilla Glass 5 for the lens cover and also the front of the display. My only issue with this variant of the phone is that it is a huge magnet for fingerprints. In fact, it is just simply impossible to keep clean. Now, however, Xiaomi also has another color variant of the Mi 10T Pro 5G, which is called Luna Silver, and that's supposed to have a matte finish for the back. So if you're finicky about fingerprints, you might want to consider that one. Now, in terms of build quality, it feels extremely sturdy and very well built. However, it is quite a chunky little phone and it is pretty heavy as well. And the Mi 10T Pro 5G measures about 9.33 millimeters in thickness, and it is quite a heavy phone at 218 grams. So that is something you're definitely going to notice. We have the regular volume and power button, and you also get a capacitive fingerprint sensor that's embedded into the power button. You have a Type-C port at the bottom. You get stereo speakers on this, which is nice. You also get a dual SIM tray at the bottom, and you have an IR blaster on the top, so you can use it with the Mi Remote app. Now, the Mi 10T Pro 5G does not have a headphone jack, so that is something you'll have to forfeit with this model. However, the main attraction of this phone, and also the Mi 10T for that matter, is that 144Hz display. So you have a pretty large LCD display over here, which has good brightness, good contrast, and of course, it supports 144Hz refresh rate. Now, Xiaomi says that the refresh rate can scale all the way from 30Hz to 144Hz, depending on the kind of activity you're doing or the content you're viewing. So that is something I'll definitely be testing out for the full review. Now, the display also gets a bunch of certifications. It can play back HDR10 content. It has an JNCD rating of a less than 0.5. And you also get TÜV Rheinland's low blue light emissions certification as well. So all good things. Now, coming to the specifications, it is a true blue flagship. So you do get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 5G SoC. There's also only one variant available in India, and that comes with 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, and you do get 128 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. However, you cannot expand the storage. Now, for battery life, you do get a 5000 mAh battery in the Mi 10T Pro 5G, and it also supports up to 33-watt fast charging, and you do get that charger bundled in the box. Now, the Mi 10T Pro 5G is running on MIUI 12, which is based on Android 10, and it is pretty functional and easy to use. The experience also should be very similar if you use MIUI 12 on any other Redmi phone or even Mi devices. Now, so far, thankfully, I haven't encountered a lot of spammy notifications or even ads yet, but I will be keeping an eye out for that in the full review, so stay tuned for that. Now, finally, coming to the cameras, this is one of the major differentiating factors between the Mi 10T Pro 5G and the regular Mi 10T 5G. So that is the primary rear camera. So the Pro version has a 108 megapixel sensor, whereas the non-Pro version gets a 64 megapixel sensor. However, the other sensors are pretty similar. So continuing the sensors at the back of the camera, along with the 108 MP sensor, you also get a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 5 megapixel macro camera. And then for selfies in the front, you get a 20 megapixel selfie camera. Now, just like the Mi 10 5G, the Mi 10T Pro 5G also supports features such as 8K video recording. You also get manual controls for video mode and so on and so forth. Overall, the Mi 10T Pro 5G seems like a very well-rounded mid-tier flagship smartphone, but the best part is definitely the pricing. Now, Xiaomi has priced this lone 8GB RAM and 120GB storage model for about 39,999 rupees, which is pretty aggressive considering you get a 144Hz display and a Snapdragon 865. Now, keep in mind that competing phones such as the OnePlus 8T, the iQOO 3, and even the Realme X50 Pro cost a bit more than what the Mi 10T Pro 5G is priced at if you match up the RAM and storage variants. So that was my quick first look at the new Mi 10T Pro 5G from Xiaomi. I will be bringing you the full review of this phone very soon, so stay tuned for that. And once again, thanks for watching, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.